Welcome back to another episode of OTM. Today we're going to be talking about what men say they want versus what they actually want, why women refuse to build with a man these days. We're also going to be talking about if men are actually sassy or if women are just obsessed with humbling them. We're also going to touch on some politics with some Erika Kirk and some sports and much more coming up next on OTM.
What's up, OTM family? What's going on, man? I never make excuse. You gotta change your views. It really comes down to you. So what you gonna do? Broke courage you choose, yeah. Broke courage you choose, yeah.
Hey, Nana.
What's up, Carol?
How are you?
Talk to me. I'm good. What's going on? What we got on the plate today?
I'm just going to jump straight into it. I was thinking about, today I was talking about why men are always consistently talking about what type of woman they want, yada, yada, yada. But when it comes down to it, they're always chasing a specific type of woman. And what do you think, what message do you think that sets in the atmosphere for regular women?
Well, let's define what specific type of woman you're talking about first, and then let's define what regular woman means, and then we can go from there. What's a specific type of woman, and then what's a regular woman?
Okay, so I feel like when I came up with this question, I'm even talking about just my world and what I see every time I open my phone.
What's your world?
Exactly. Every time I open my phone on TikTok, they have the same type of girls in the Arab community, the Asian, the Latino, but it's the BBL, slim waist, fatty, Chanel bags, lip fillers, pretty, just very women that are...
So normal girls aren't pretty?
Not to say they're not pretty, but girls that are very hyper fixated on their looks, and you can tell that they put a lot of effort into their looks. They care about materialistic things. They want the Chanel bags. They want a nice body. And then the average girl will be she could be beautiful, obviously, but it's just she's just not into maybe doing bottle service. She's not a stripper. She probably goes to school. She probably has a 9 to 5.
But removing the idea of possibly getting your body done, I don't know where you sit on the spectrum of speaking on that, but if you remove that, there's nothing else that you said that fits you in the category of everything you described, but you still describe that world as your world.
Yeah, I'm talking about... Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
So I asked you to first define to me what your world means, and then define to me what a regular woman means.
Or chasing girls that are clearly materialistic, clearly want to go on those $500 dates. Girls that want you to somewhere. The girls that come off they want you to pay their bills
and
tomorrow.
You think those girls are only in your world? You don't think there's normal girls that quote unquote normal girls that are like that?
That's all I see, and that's what I'm saying. I see it in different communities. They have it in every race, but I'm just speaking on just based off of the world that I exist in.
So why do you think we complain about that? I mean, I think we've touched on this many a times.
Really?
In different ways. Based on the answer I'm about to give, no, the subject itself we've never touched on. The answer I'm about to give is what we've kind of touched on many times. It's the idea that men want to, and I won't just subjugate this to just men, it's humans in general. We have a crave of wanting to cut our cake and eat it too. We really enjoy the possibility of having things both ways, meaning sacrificing the bad for all the good that whatever possible bad it is comes with. So we all typically know what the costume of a woman that's gonna be potentially troublesome or potentially have her hand out, or why are you laughing?
The word troublesome kills me because I've been called troublesome bare time.
Troublesome, have their hand out, just have irregular expectations, basically wants you to play a father role when it comes to her responsibilities, but to play a friendship role when it comes to her freedom. We know what the costume of those type of women are for the most part. Are there girls that are wolves in sheep's skin? Sure. But for the most, wolves in sheep's, you understand what that reference is in context to what I'm saying. I saw you thinking for a second.
Yeah, I had to think about it.
But are there girls that are wolves in sheep's skin? Of course. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, we all know what that costume looks like. Now, here's my driving point. Why do we go back to it all the time? I think we go back to it all the time because of literally what I'm describing, which is the idea of wanting the best of both worlds. I want a woman that looks practically perfect, and at the same time, I want her to have maternal, wifely, the humble type of
So,
traits.
how bad do you guys want it? Because I feel like, you know, if men were genuinely like interested in that and that's what they really wanted, like that's just not the message that they're putting out to. That's not what they're signaling.
How bad do men want what?
If men wanted a certain, here's the thing with women, like they're just, a lot of women, whether consciously or subconsciously, they're chasing male approval and male validation,
It's the
right?
same in the other way around. It's human approval.
Yeah. So when you guys say one thing, like, we don't want this, we just want this for fun, but you always like go
But
for it.
I didn't say that. I think you're landing too fast. I didn't say that. See, I wanted to throw you off in a way.
You said you wanted to have your cake and eat it too.
Having my cake and eating it too, but there's more to it than that though, because then here's the thing. Imagine if I sat here trying to explain how men mistreat women or how men make women to be whatever they are or put them in boxes because women want to cut their cake and eat it too. Just because women want to cut their cake and eat it too, in terms of, let's say, maybe having a man who's resourceful but is also attractive, tall, good in bed, whatever else the list may be, does that mean that it's justified for women to be treated like some animals or some food or something? Obviously not. So in the same regard, when you flip it and you come to the male side, just because here's the thing. Here's what I want women to understand today. Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
Here's what I want.
What the hell? What the fuck? Oh, we got another question.
Here's what I want women to understand. I hope I'm not taking too much time. What I want women to understand is this one thing. The desires of a man in the initial stages of a relationship is not a depiction of what that man's intentions are long term. I'll say it again. The desires of a man in the initial stages of a relationship is not a depiction of the man's intentions for the long term. Meaning, whatever it is that's driving the lust in a man is not going to be the same driving force that carries him through his intentional purpose.
But do you understand this? That do you understand that certain women typically come with a specific set of characteristics, and how most, like, for example, like even just getting a BBL, I feel like a lot of girls, even when they're like good girls, right, they get this BBL with this idea that they're gonna improve their appearance. But they don't understand, like, I think everything's spiritual. Like, they don't understand that getting that body comes with a set of characteristics, a new person, a new persona, a new confidence. You know what it comes with. You know it's coming with attention. You know it's coming with a bunch of men. And a lot of women tend to adhere to that once they get the BBL, whether they were good or not. They can't even help it. Like, it's just too much of a drastic change. So when you're chasing a particular woman, do you understand that those women typically come with a set of characteristics that are not in alignment of the type of woman that you guys say that you ultimately want? And because you guys know that, why are you guys consistently pursuant of that woman knowing that? Are you guys interested in thinking you can change them, save them, or is it like, what is it? Because at the end of the day, like, what you guys are interested in and what you guys are pursuing sets the climate of how women like actually like portray themselves and how they conduct themselves in the real world.
You gonna let me land, or I'm gonna start another point and then you're gonna go on another
No,
tangent?
but I was just interjecting.
What was your original question? Because now you're making this a woman's thing. Your original question was asking me the mind frame or what goes on in a man's mind when they're choosing these type of women. The right or wrong element of it is a different aspect of the conversation.
We're just having a conversation. Like, it can go anywhere though.
I hear you, but
it's not gonna like always stay like exactly that specific question.
Okay, fair. But if I haven't gotten a chance to answer it yet, then where are we going?
I felt like you did, but like I was still like interjecting. So do you have an answer for that?
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I just think that what you're saying is like...
Go ahead.
No, go. Finish.
All I'm trying to say is that, like, because initially when I asked the question, I said, like, how do you think that ties in with leadership and how, like, women are showing up?
We didn't get to that part yet.
Well, I said how that affects, like, how it, like, affects the mindsets of women and how it shows up and how they come out, basically. I don't remember exactly how I worded it, but basically the same thing.
Yeah. So, for me, I think if you're asking me why we do what we do, that's a different conversation than you asking me, do we understand what we're getting into when we get into it? Because if you were to go based off that premise, then women wouldn't be in so much fucked up relationships. You're ignoring human twitch and overcompensating with too much logic that we both know doesn't exist in relationships. You're being too theoretical and analyzing this and removing the human element. So are men stupid to chase the same women all the time and complain about them? Yes, they are. But are there also women who look like that and are begging for mercy and begging for understanding and begging to not be put in a box and seen as better than what they look like? Are there?
Of course.
Then it eliminates and omits this whole tangent that you just went on, and we have to settle it down to human emotion. Mm-hmm. And you can't take that away.
I think like the reason why I bring this up is because men are so like fixated on ideas of being being a leader. And I feel like it sounds cute and all in theory, but when it comes down to actually own that responsibility and understand what it actually takes and be responsible of the outcomes in which their actions are providing, that's when they come up with all the, oh, it's human emotion. Like, I'm sure we understand that. I know why women want to go for the man with the Cuban and the watch as opposed to why she wants to go for the guy with the 9-to-5. Like, that's like human emotion. But at the same time, it's like, I just kind of want to understand why men are so fixated on the ideas of being leaders. But when it's time to actually own up to like the things that like cause certain behaviors, like they kind of always find a way to justify it.
How many men act like, I feel like we're starting to over exaggerate this idea of men thinking that they're leaders. Like, how many men actually operate like they think they're leaders?
That's what I'm basically saying. But
A lot of men don't even try and assume that role. A lot of men get into relationships.
But that's what I'm saying. But like, you guys always, like the same way, like girls always want to act like, oh, they're women because like they're submissive or this, like they like the idea of submission. But it's not many women that actually understand what it means to actually be submissive.
No, but a lot of girls, when you start talking to them, they'll also tell you right away, I'm crazy. You never heard that? You never heard about a girl saying that?
No, I heard that.
I'm crazy.
I heard that.
I'm kind of rude. I get annoyed easily.
I heard that. But I feel like a lot of like people, like when you get on social media, there's two sets of people. There's the girls that are like, yeah, you got to be submissive. And then there's the guys that are like, yeah, like men are leaders. Men, you're supposed to da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like most men believe in that idea, and they like to like dwell on it, whether they abide by it or not.
Are we operating in real life, or are we doing our hypothetical conversation based on social media antics and propaganda?
Well, here's the thing, like, you know, like I see it in real life, but obviously we don't have access to everyone on social media. So it's like you kind of see the same things. But kind of since we're kind of on that same subject anyways, I also kind of want to talk about like how women dress, you know, and how they're supposed to dress, or like are women that are like in relationships allowed to kind of just dress however they want? Or do you feel like they're dressing as a representation of like their relationship, or they should try to tone it down or try to respect how the man wants them to dress?
I mean, am I allowed to tell you how to dress because I made the mistake of picking a girl that had a BBL and a girl that looked a certain type of way? It's like we can't even have this second half of the conversation if we're going based off your point that you made in the first half of the conversation. Because when you make a point that basically insinuates the idea that any type of seeking of accountability or any type of dialogue about women's behavior is null and void because you know what you chose from the start, then how do we graduate from that to get to the point where I'm now answering a question about if a man is allowed to tell a woman how to dress or not?
I think
if I chose the wrong woman from the start because of her physical attributes, and I should have known immediately that meant that there were high chances that she wouldn't be the type of woman to listen to me, then I'm pretty sure you can't tell that type of woman what type of fit to put on.
Well, ignoring all of that, like you said, like you guys have your initial desires and you're going to choose a woman based off of like how she presents, like how you like the way she looks in the first. But after like evaluating the person, getting to know them, and you feel like this is a person that has certain character traits that you feel like, you know, is in alignment with the type of person you are, like, would you, like, how do you feel about the way that they dress? Like,
I mean,
'cause at the end of the day, like, you could dress however and still be a certain type of person. Like you could wear tight, short clothes, and obviously, like if you've been in a relationship with the person thus far and you feel like they have good qualities to them, like do you feel like how they like dress actually like matters for real, or is it about like who they are and like?
I think how you dress is I think how you dress is an inevitable depiction of how you feel about yourself. So I'll give you an example. Like for me, here's the thing. When I get into a relationship with a woman, right? And maybe this is my arrogance and this is my naiveness and my own stupidity to my own detriment, which I can accept in theory. But for me, I don't care about who you were before me. When I get in a relationship with a woman, I don't care what your vibe or your twitches or anything was before me or what type of choices you made before me. If I somehow bumped into a relationship with you and I decided that I'm going to get in a relationship with you, now I see you as a human being that represents me. And this is going to rub some females the wrong way, but the females that this shit rubs the wrong way have never been chose up before. Any female that's been chose up knows exactly what I'm talking about. You now represent me. And if you represent me, then the way you conduct yourself and my level of peace when you go out with your friends, because I'm not the type of nigga that tries to tell a female she can't go out or who you can and can't go, regardless of what some dummies think about me being quote unquote so strict or whatever, because that's the definition of strict.
Have you ever had any issues with stuff like that? Like
I've never had an issue with that a day in my life.
So have you ever had a situation where you feel like you met a woman in a certain way, but over time she started presenting herself different, or like have you ever seen that switch happen?
The situation with me, to be honest, just like I told you a couple episodes ago, where when females come around me very shortly after they start going to the gym, all you have to do is wear a short fit once and I look at you like you're the biggest whore I've ever seen in my life. I won't say a word. I'm just gonna look at you. And just my eyes alone will tell you a grand story. You'll know exactly what to do. I'm not really the fidgeter or the tussle and rustful, and I don't really do that. And bro, I have a podcast that I know a lot of people watch. I can't just talk shit out of my ass. If this isn't me, I'm gonna get knocked. Like if I'm acting opposite of how I deal with females in real life, you ask any girl I've ever talked to, I don't tell you how to dress. I don't tell you where you can go. I don't tell you who you could par with. I don't tell you nothing. But you will know exactly how to move, or it's not going to be with me. There's no middle ground. I don't do middle ground, and I don't negotiate. So here's the thing, to my dogs, and I hope you guys hear me. It's not about any money you have, because there's lots of guys with money in theory. In theory.
Like, scratch that part.
Listen, there's lots in theory. There's lots of, if a girl just wants to be a whore and isn't looking to be chosen as a wife, there's lots of guys with money that are looking to throw some away to get some vagina. So in theory, what I'm saying is exactly correct, but hear me. There's no amount of money, there's no amount of clothes, there's no amount of penis, there's no amount of anything that you can bring into a woman's life that will keep her in one spot. What keeps a woman in one spot, what keeps a woman engaged with you, what keeps a woman to realize that she has to self-evaluate and become a better and bigger version of herself is character, is decisiveness, and is drawing a red line. Women are somewhat, and don't take offense to this as females, but women are somewhat like children. They inherently push buttons. They will inherently test you and see what the limits are and what they can do with you. It's a very subconscious movement, but it registers in a very conscious way if you do let them get away with it. And what you let them get away with in the first 6 months is not something you can complain about 6 months later.
Talking about rich guys. This is something that I kind of know it's a lot like fear-based, but I generally like actually don't know. And I feel like, you know, you studied psychology, like you understand like how humans work, period. A lot of women these days, they just do not, like they refuse to like come up with a man. Like they just want their man to like come already made, and they're very like hyper fixated on finding a man like that. Like, why do you think that is? Like, even me as a woman, like I know that like the thought of it and the sound of it, like I just don't like it. I don't want to.
I don't see you as someone that can do it.
I don't want to.
I don't see you as someone that can do it.
I don't want to. I don't know.
If I'm being honest.
I don't know.
But like,
and it's like, even when you don't need a man for anything, it's just something that's so difficult to do. Like,
but
why?
like, I think as you're growing, and like really making your own money and like becoming like an adult and a mover and a shaker, you can somewhat empathize and understand why it could be a smart move depending on who you did it with and for.
That part I know, but like it's
Yeah. It sounds nicer than it is in reality because a lot of men either don't make it, take advantage, or just end up just being dickheads once they get on. But go ahead.
If you had a daughter, like, cause like after like a certain age, like it's just a lot of like, now you're just playing a time game, right? Like you're just kind of like, fuck, like what do I do? Like I think women get to that point sometimes when they finally decide, oh shit, like maybe I want to have kids or maybe yada yada yada. So let's say you skip that, you have a daughter, like what advice would you give her earlier on set, basically, like for these types of situations? Because I feel like with these types of situation, it feels, not that it's like reality, but it feels like it's only realistic like when you're coming out of high school with them, or you guys like were like in the same like summer camp, like just some shit that's like ties to when you're a kid where your brain was free, you weren't thinking about bills, you weren't thinking about a certain lifestyle, like you were able to kind of just be present and exist with the person that you were. Like how would you like advise like a younger female, especially because,
and this rule is only applicable to younger females because when you're older you have to audition for a man's attention a lot faster. Vice versa is how a man has to audition for a woman's attention a lot faster.
like when they're younger?
No, when you're older. When both parties are older.
Yeah.
Like when you're younger, you can take a girl to the movies. When you're older, you have to send that $300 to $500 for her hair. That's the first $10 gesture. So the point that
can't even buy no hair these days.
Oh, no, not for the actual hair. Are you crazy? The install, yes.
Some girls be like, say where do you know?
The $3 to $5 for the install, or the $3 to $5 for the hair itself?
Like how much do you think the hair costs?
Bro, we sell hair, so like that's so you're so childish. Like I already know how much it costs. Like if you're trying to get real
if a
hair,
man sends you $5 to go get your hair done, you just won. Like that's crazy though. That's a lot.
And I said 3 to 5.
That's a lot. That's good. That's what you're sending girls to do their hair?
$3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm a GC.
I like it. I love a GC. No. Wait, go back because we lost ourselves. Like to the young woman.
But to the young woman, I'll say to her, first and foremost, hold your vagina as long as you can. Mm-hmm. Like foundational rule, like hold your vagina as long as you can. Like I'll say like, no matter how bad you like the nigga, like go a full lap around the sun with that individual. Do a full 365 around the sun.
What's 360, a year?
A year.
Okay, yeah. But like, does that start at an age? Like, for example, like when you have kids, right? It's not like, oh, you turned 18, no, like just wait a year. Like, is there like an age where you'd be like?
No, I didn't say after the full spin around the sun, the whole 365, that you just sleep with them after. I didn't say that.
Okay.
But there's a lot that happens within a year. So now let me give you the second step. The second step, I would say, is to genuinely character evaluate. Now, what would you say goes into character evaluation? I would say, look at how they treat strangers. Look at how they treat look at how they treat strangers. Huge. Look at how they treat their peers. Also huge. And do they have leadership in rooms that they walk in, or are they a follower?
I respect the type of person that you are and the type of man that you are. And like right now you're giving advice for like a young female. Like, do you feel like you had certain characteristics even as a young man? Or do you feel like that developed over time? Like it developed over time. How do you even see this? Like for someone that's really young, like what are you looking for anyways?
You're supposed to say that to the young girl so she could quickly come to the realization that there's literally no point of dating at a certain age.
Yeah.
And if you do find, because it's not unconditional to date.
Yeah.
You can hold your pussy.
Yeah.
It's not unconditional to date. So hold your water until you find a generational man that is above his tier and above his peers, or until your peers catch up. But at the end of the day, character evaluation and what was the next thing that I said? Fuck. I said character evaluation. That's why you can't cut me off.
Did I cut you off that
Yes,
time?
man.
Shit. Character evaluation.
Don't try to. I'm done with this. Okay.
Okay.
The point is that as a like, and you asked me for a young man, and it's not about me thinking about where I am today. I'm not even thinking about myself. The rules change when you reach my age.
I know, but what I was just trying to ask was basically like do certain men like possess these characters like from a young age? Because like I was saying, like I feel
Absolutely, and this was gonna be my third point, but I wanted to remember my first point. Through his character evaluation, you'll see how he was raised by his parents, which is also adequately important. Because I promise you, by the time my son is 18 years old, he would have already been working out. He's already opening doors. He's already reading books. He already understands credit. He's already trying to be an elite human being. I'm not going to wait till he's 25 and I think he's old enough before I teach that to him. Go ahead.
And that's kind of basically what I meant. Like, obviously, like, you're grown, so you already, like, got a different new set of skills for, like, a grown man. But, like, as a young woman that, let's say, was interested in dating, like, what would you be looking for? And you basically said it, like, someone that works out, someone that cares about their credit, maybe, like, even something as small as, like, having a car or, like, something.
But those stuff are basic, though. Those stuff, they're not basic. I'm so sorry. Those stuff are, like, they're, like, stems of the tree. So that all of that stuff that you said falls under character. Mm-hmm. That's why I said character evaluation is extremely important.
I think a lot of like even young women, they don't even like associate like certain things with having like strong character. Like now that I know, like even me just like starting working out, I know like what it takes to like get up and go do that shit every day. Like that shit is not like, I don't want to do it. That shit's not fun. I don't even go. I be giving up bare times, but it's like for people that are like consistently in the gym, like it requires a very like distinct set of discipline that most people don't have.
And you don't want no gym rat that's like, you don't want no gym rat that's in the gym 24/7, not giving any other purpose in his life like time. You want somebody that understands the value of being diversified. It's balance. Having character balance. I really wish you let me finish that initial point when you're asking me what I would say to the young girl, because it's not up to anybody to decide if the advice I'm giving is realistic or not. It's the truth. And truth isn't realistic all the time.
No, it's definitely not realistic.
And
obviously,
the realistic world that we live in, you're seeing its byproduct.
Yeah, I'm definitely learning in real time that like the harder thing to do is literally always the better thing to do. And like if I had a daughter, I'll just be like, whatever decision feels easy, like don't do that one. Like do the other thing, because like it's very easy to kind of just date and do this and that, but it's much harder to like basically do what you were saying.
Listen, I will say this to the girls are we wrapping this up or you have something else that you want to say?
No.
I'll say this though, just to like even further stretch your point, and we're basically making the same point with what I'm about to say. It's so easy to like move around and fish around and find a guy that even appears resourceful. It's so easy to just sleep with the cool guy or sleep with the rich guy or sleep with the athlete or sleep with this person. Those things are so easy, but spending time growing and developing with a quality man, like putting a quality man in a position to owe you, quote unquote, so to speak, is literally one of the smartest investments you could ever make in your entire life. And the reason why I gave the advice I gave is because young girls, and it's not to their fault, it's not to their detriment, but young girls don't spend enough time focusing on what a quality man actually is. So my advice is for you to detect a quality man. My first tip was hold your vagina. And it just came back to me. Hold your vagina. character evaluation, see the way that individual was raised by their parents. There is nothing more revealing about a man than those three things. Because if you hold your vagina, his patience or his impatience will have a ripple effect, and it'll tell you exactly who they are. A man that lacks composure when vagina is being withheld from him lacks composure in every other department of his life. That is a fact. A man that lacks character will disappoint you, will disappoint friends, will disappoint family, won't pay his debt, won't honor his word. A man that was ill-raised by his parents will almost never, unless he makes a conscious determination and effort and decision to be a better man than he was raised, will almost never be able to have a family with you. That's why I said, if I had advice for an 18-year-old small girl, these are the three things I would tell her.
So since we were kind of like, basically there's a lot of character development. We're talking a lot about like character and men. So like, what do you think? Every man, or everyone in general, but let's talk about men. Like every man like think they're gonna be rich, or they want to be rich. Like every man just has this thing where they just all think they're gonna be rich. It's so like whatever. Like that's their delusion. Like we have our delusion where we think we're gonna get a rich man, and their delusion is they're all gonna be rich men, right? So like, what's the difference between a man that's actually going to be rich for real and a man that just wants to be rich, like, or says he's gonna be rich? Like, how do you like, what's the distinction? Like, how do you like separate the two?
Well, it depends. First, it depends what we're defining as rich. Let's start there. Fundamentally, the word rich is perspective based. It's to each their own. You
can kind of like do whatever you want. Like you're not like buying
$200,000 a year. You can do whatever you want and live paycheck to paycheck. But $1 million a year, you can also do whatever you want and live paycheck to paycheck. Do you understand do you kind of understand why I want us to cement it?
I get it, but like let me try to explain the vibe as opposed to the number, because I don't even know. The vibe is basically, I want to buy something, I buy it. I want to go somewhere, I go. I might not be able to go buy a yacht or a friggin'
so like a $1-2 million a year, like a $1 million a year. You're a millionaire.
He's a millionaire.
Whatever that means.
Yeah. A millionaire, of course. Okay. That's what men think about when they say rich. $1 million is the number most people think when they say rich.
Yeah. Okay, so we're not talking about being wealthy. We're talking about being rich.
Yeah, wealthy is more, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Wealthy is like old money.
Like Bill Gates type shit.
No. If you have $10 million and up, no. 10 million, you're still just rich. If you have like, let's say $50 million and up, you're wealthy.
Yeah.
Do you get that?
Sure.
So, and it takes a lot of, okay. Ask me your question again.
The question is like, everyone wants to be rich. So like, how do you like, what's the difference between a man that says he's going to be rich and a man that's actually going to be rich? Because I think that's men's delusion. That's where men are all delusional. Like, you guys all can't be rich. Like,
well, first of all, without delusion, none of those men can be rich. The one that's going to be rich and the one that says he's going to be rich. Both men need delusion in order to be rich. There is an element of delusion in the pursuit of wealth. Like, if you don't understand that part, then we like, to the audience, obviously, me and you have these kind of conversations all the time, so I'm obviously not talking to you. But there's the difference between the man that says he's gonna be rich and the difference between the man that's gonna be rich. Delusion, I'd say, is probably number one. If I'm gonna be honest, yes.
I agree.
I'm not sure if I can definitively say number one, but you're putting me on the spot. So if I had to pick a number one, I say that's number one. Delusion, number one. I would say number two, favor from God. Whatever God you believe in, whatever God you believe in, but universal favor, spiritual favor, just that light favor. And number three, the man that says he's gonna be rich is in a state of emotion. The man that's gonna be rich wakes up every day and performs some level of activity.
Facts.
You need activity. You need motion. And I don't mean street motion. I mean like the
just
English
doing
Oxford
shit.
word motion.
Just
You
doing
need
shit.
to be in motion.
What do I always say? I even forgot.
I know, but that's one of my favorite quotes.
An object in motion stays in motion. Just be doing shit.
Just
like,
move.
Just do shit. Like, I feel like a lot of guys, like, and even people in general, but it's like you have to do shit. Like, it's like when they say, like, why you should put yourself out there. Like, people that put themselves out there are only lucky because they maximize their luck. Like, if you are, for example, like I sell hair, we sell hair together, right? And it's like, when I don't post, what happens? We don't make no money, right? But when I'm posting like every single day of the week, what happens? Money is made. So at the end of the day, it's like if you're not doing anything and you're just like having imagination, then you're just daydreaming and you feel like someone that's gonna be rich, like we all don't feel like it. You're just not gonna be that. Like we all want to be rich and we all love the ideal. We all love to like sit there and think and ponder of how that's gonna look like. But it's like, what are you actually doing to contribute to that goal?
And then there's a third tier of people that are pursuing wealth that sit in the middle of all of that. And those are the people that are unaware that they're speaking more than they're doing because they do enough to convince themselves that they're not speaking enough. Do you understand what I just said?
That's a lot of niggas.
Do you understand what I just
That's a
said?
lot of niggas. Not girl. That's niggas.
That's niggas because we're
you take too much pride in
raise your shoulders.
That's Negroes for you.
There's a third tier. There's a category of men that sit in the middle that don't believe that they talk too much because they do enough to excuse the fact and trick themselves into thinking that they're not talking a lot.
I feel that's so much like that.
So you can be in motion, but it's not formidable motion. It's not motion that's actually objectively trying to get somewhere. It's more being focused on creating a facade as opposed to ironing out the intricacies that allow you to move faster.
You know what's crazy? Like even just being around you or like even just having my own money in general and knowing what it actually takes. Now when I see men, I'm always just like, bro, shut up.
And not that I'm trying to be fake humble. As Christ is my witness, I'm not trying to be fake humble. I don't have anywhere near the most amount of bread of people you know in your life. But the one thing I know you respect about me is that I wake up every single day and as God is my witness, I give it my 100%
I just know like
best.
if you don't end up with like some crazy dough, like it's just like outstanding, like some astonishing.
Then it wasn't meant for me.
No. That one is just like it. Because remember, there's favor and there's just super hard work. Like I feel like you're in alignment with both, but there's just some people that just put too much reps. It's like, how can you lose? And it's like, what do they say? Hard work beats talent.
Hard work beats talent when
talent doesn't work hard. At the end of the day, like what you put in is always what you're gonna get out because that's called compounding of behaviors, right? You can go to the gym every day and eventually now you have a 6-pack, now you have the muscles, like the results are gonna come. You just have to stay committed and you can't give up. So I really feel you about that. What's that, the second tier you said? That's tier 2.
No,
the middle tier.
That middle tier, because there's the obvious, like you're not going to get there, you're just talking. And then there's the obvious, like
and
this
most
person.
Niggas stay there.
And there's the obvious that this person was ordained by God and the universe, and their light is just different.
Yeah.
They just touch money differently. They buy stuff differently. They live differently. And then that middle tier
most men stay there because they kind of get like a little itch of like everything, like, you know, they get access to a lot of women because girls don't even understand what it means to like really have it for real.
People won't even understand what I just said to you right now. Or you think I was able to illustrate it in a way that will penetrate and will push through?
No. They're gonna put anyone that's on here better put their thinking caps on. Put your thinking caps on. This is not
because I really said some shit just now with that mid-tier talk that I gave you.
If we have to break shit down like you're in grade 2, like this is not the one for you. Like you gotta.
I really said some shit with that mid-tier thing that I gave you. But and you wanna know some real shit though? That mid-tier theory that I was able to contextualize just now is only coming as a defect of everything I'm learning in these last couple years. Honestly, I was stuck in that middle tier for a very long time. very, 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 very long time. Now, I don't know if I've committed to the terrible or to greatness. Just leave that for another day. But
I was talking about how these second tier guys, they kind of have access to a little bit of everything. So like girls are going to chase them. Girls don't really understand.
You can create the illusion just like the person who's really getting it. But when you really start getting it for real, you know there's a difference.
Oh, yeah. And let's talk about the ones that are getting it for real. And like if women actually like have what it takes to like be with those types of guys. Like I don't think women actually understand like what it takes to be with a man that's actually doing shit, that's actually successful.
And the level of ego they come with.
They do not, they don't even know what the fuck they're signing up for. Like they have no idea. And I kind of wanted to have your opinion on it. Like what does it actually take to be with a high value, high performing, like a high mentality, frequency type of man? Like what do you need to have in order to be in alignment or to be able to be tolerant or just exist with that type of man? Like
emotional intelligence, drive, and respect for what that person has done before you met them. And a lot of women lack the ability to have one of the three or all of them. Emotional intelligence, drive within yourself so you can inspire me to use my mind to help you make what you've already done better.
Mm-hmm. I was on a date with Yasmin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Perla and we were talking. I don't know how we got to the conversation, but she was just talking about how niggas are so sassy this, sassy that. And I'm like, bro, I like sassy niggas. Like, obviously the idea of them like is annoying. Like, I know, like every time I talk to a guy, I'm always telling them like, bro, you're so fucking sassy. But like, I feel like, what is sassy? Like, I feel like for me personally, I get along with a specific type of man because I'm not really like interested in like humbling them. Like I have a certain level of respect for men that are doing shit because like I actually know what it takes. Like I know it's hard, like bro, I get it. So it's like I don't get around them trying to act like they're not who they are. But I feel like a lot of the times like girls they don't really have what it takes to be with a confident man. Like they're attracted to them, they want them, like they know what being confident represents, but like they also feel very inferior and they don't actually have what it takes to be with a man that thinks highly of themselves. And I feel like girls are so selfish in relationships where they think relationships are all about them and niggas are supposed to come kiss their ass and they're the princess and they're this, they're that. They try to undermine niggas that are coming to like the relationship with shit. Like, I don't know, like have you ever experienced that? Like how do you even feel about that? Or when girls be talking about like sassy niggas?
Anytime. Well, first of all, I don't know what the word sassy even means.
You have a feeling though, you get the tone.
I know, come on. I'm not gonna be stupid. I know,
Yeah.
Like girls have, like, not girls, a couple girls have said that about me before.
You're sassy.
Sure. But the definition of,
remember when you were going through the YouTube comments and then you responded, you're like, I'm sassy, I know.
No, I didn't say that. What the fuck? I didn't say that.
You did.
Say what I said that.
You answered a comment and you had like, you were
No.
What did you say?
I said I love when I get, I said something about like I love when I fuck them up.
Said
Like,
something.
no.
I was screaming.
You said
the joke.
You said I'm sassy. I said I know what you're talking about. But I didn't say I'm sassy. I know. Like, but the point that I'm getting at is,
he just loves like when he's talking to people and he gets to like express himself without belittling them and just makes them like have no words. Like I just see his look and I'm like, yeah, this is too sassy.
Here's the thing. If you guys consider somebody like having a brain or like
defending themselves
or like not allowing you to dictate what the narrative is, then okay, then I guess I'm sassy and so are a lot of other niggas. But then what you're gonna realize is that you're gonna bump into, especially the type of men that a lot of you females like, you're gonna bump into a lot of sassiness. Like, I don't know what that sassy shit even means for real. Like, so you see, when you say I'm sassy and I laugh and I say I know, it's because I know what the street definition of sassy is.
Yeah, that's all we're talking about.
Like, do you get what I'm saying?
That's what
Like,
we're talking about.
I know what the street definition of it is, and I understand that. Because, that word essentially is meant to bully niggas into shutting up. It's basically like, yo, when women are talking, shut up and let us have our way.
I feel the same way too.
Like, that's literally what it is.
I feel the same way
And if
too.
you have any type of, because here's the thing, like, when that moment when you were calling me sassy, I'm not yelling back and forth with them or being disrespectful or being weird.
Niggas just need to shut up, basically.
But it's like, because I'm not accepting what you're saying, what?
Yeah. I think, have you ever felt like you've been in relationships and like women are like energetically or spiritually like trying to humble you or trying to make you feel like you weren't who you are?
Yes, my last relationship.
Okay.
1000%.
Like, what do you think are like tendencies of a woman that's trying to like humble you? Whether they're like doing it like saying
women will blatantly ask you questions like, who do you think you are? I think I'm the nigga that you decided to date. That's who I think I am. I think I'm the nigga that you decided to cook for. I think I'm the nigga that you lay in bed for and let D you down every night. That's who I think I am. Like, who do you think you are? Or diminish any venture or anything you're doing. Like, let's say if you're on TikTok doing motivational talks, they'll call it preaching or your little business or your dit.
Why do you think they're so obsessed with that though?
Because there's an idea of a man with a high octane personality making a woman that they date feel smaller. There's an assumption that when a man has high frequency, that his motive or his prerogative is to try and make you feel smaller. A lot of women can't swallow the pill that some men just really feel themselves independently, and it has nothing to do with what it does to you or anything about you.
I agree, because like even with me, like when I'm dating men, like you be a nigga, whatever that means, let me be a girl, whatever that means. We exist because we let each other like be whoever it is that we are, and we're not in competition with that.
The thing is, you're super confident in yourself, and honestly, a lot of people think that like you became like, I've seen you act like this since you were like a little kid, like,
yeah,
you know. So for me, it's like, I know exactly who you are, and I think you have a very unique personality that also was validated because you became an entrepreneur and like did shit for real.
Yeah.
But you have a very unique personality that doesn't even allow you to try and battle a man.
You really just, as a girl, you really just have to love being a bitch. Like, sorry, a bitch. You really have to just love being a girl. Like,
and you're also an attractive female, and that makes... See, when you're attractive, you have motion. I'm talking about street motion. You have motion. You have level of intellect. You're not repressing yourself against anything. You're not fighting nothing. You have more of a clear, open mind. You're able to see life from a different lens.
You're not battling inferiority.
You're not battling any major inferiority.
Okay, so
exactly.
My next question, which was my last question for this before we get into politics, fun, is like, what do you think, like actual things, like I feel like you kind of said it without, like you kind of touched on it before I even asked the question, but like actual like tangible things that women should work on to bring into a relationship, that way they're not coming into a relationship feeling inferior, or they understand that they have a value they bring to the man. Because a lot of bitches understand, here's the thing, right? I think a lot of bitches subconsciously know that like all I have is my pussy. That's why like they get into this competition mode with these niggas. Like, now when you come in,
want you to need them. They just want to feel needed.
They need to feel needed, but you can't force that. You can't force that. Like, what are you bringing to the table? Like, what's your credit like? Like, what are you doing for, like, what are you actually bringing to the table? Like, girls hate when guys ask them that question. Don't ask me that question either, even if I bring shit or not. That's dumb. I wouldn't ask the nigga what he brings to the table, but it's like, what are you actually bringing to the table?
And you don't think I'm the type of person? Okay, see, I'm sassy.
Fuck no. I give
you the best? I'm the type of person to be like, okay, babe, what do you bring to the table?
Nobody knows how like he's so like paradoxical in the way like he presents himself. Like he just so like dumb. Like he doesn't care. He could just be offered the vibes too, but he's just whatever. So it's like,
I'm whatever you're on.
Yeah. You're just vibes.
And whatever you're on.
You're just vibes. So it's like, girls don't like that question.
Yo, where you get that word from? Paradoxical. You used it correctly, though.
I always say I'm a paradox. Like, I just contradict myself. I think I'm like that. I think I'm a little bit of everything. You know, you get a little bit of everything with me.
Yeah. You're like a chameleon.
Exactly.
Anyways, go on.
So it's like, girls don't like that question. And I'm not trying to sound like a dick sitter and I don't like guys that much. But it's like, bro, I'm coming from a perspective because I feel like I possess like a high masculine energy too, like, you know, as a female. Like, so it's like, what do you really, and I treat my friends like this and everyone like this in my life because it's like, yo, what do you actually bring to my life? Like, why are you, like, what's your existence here for?
So your original question was what are maybe 3 things that I think women can bring, or anything that I think women can bring?
1, 2, 3, whatever you got.
Yeah. I'll say this again, emotional intelligence, man. I think that shit is huge because it allows for more free flow of communication.
Tangible. I want a tangible.
Emotional intelligence is an extremely tangible thing. You need that because that shit regulates problems, conflict, communication. It allows you to mind read each other easier.
You think emotional intelligence can be tied in with like self-awareness? Kind of, right?
1000%.
Okay.
So
that's one.
Yeah. So emotional intelligence, I would say, be an asset of some sort, whether it's your ability to acquire information, whether you have links, whether you have a good credit score, whether you have a bag, be an asset of some sort. And then I would say the third thing, man, just be an empathetic human being that has respect. Treat people the way you'd like to be treated.
I feel like those are some good answers.
Honestly. We're going to branch into the politics thing now, and then we're going to end real quick. We'll touch on it real quick. We won't be too long. So Erika Kirk is being appointed as an advisor, replacing Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was supposed to be one of the advisors on the Defense Ministry Board. I don't know what qualification Erika has to be in that position. So funny because I was watching Candace's episode yesterday, and she was just killing her, saying like, bro, so what, now marriage is like a qualification? Like you get to be part of some shit because like your husband was qualified? Like,
Candace is just a pest.
No, she's a pest, but they're doing some hot shit right now that like, it's awkward.
It's weird. And now she has like so many people that like follow her. It's like now she could just sit back and everyone's emailing her like, yo, I know this. And all you got to do is fact check it.
People are helping her.
Everyone's just doing her job for her.
She calls them the CIA sleuths. The mommy sleuths.
That's what happens when you actually take time to like build something. Because then it's like after a while, you don't even have to do shit for real.
There's nothing that motivates me when it comes to our podcast more than Candace Owens. Like, Nothing.
I know. That's why he be wanting to talk about politics. I be telling him, bro, like,
no, we cannot let that shit go.
I know.
Because at the end of the day, as much as we be talking about relationships like that, and then the relationships and, you know, with the relationships and things of that nature, I feel like the streets forced us to talk about that stuff. Like, we're listening to
Are we even the best candidates to talk about this stuff?
No, because both of us are fucking single beyond belief.
Bad.
You understand? So it's like, who are we? But it's like, bro, they obviously like the words that we're saying. I commented on one of the posts today where I'm like, yo, I know people be wanting to punch the air when they hear us talk. I'm like, bro,
it's like, why the fuck are you talking? Like, where's your bitch?
But
even when you tell me shit, I be like, bro, you go get a bitch.
Yeah,
like,
but how many times has that stopped me from still telling you? I don't care.
I know, but I'm just saying that's why it's just funny.
Yeah. Because here's the thing.
Where's your bitch?
Here's the thing. The soul always knows the truth. So I don't care what you say to try to murk me. I'm still going to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that people feel the same way about it too, man. Erika Kirk, get your shit together, bro. Wives don't become part of Defense Ministry advisors and become part of the government, and they're also hinting at her potentially running for like presidency. Bro, this just getting all too weird. It's getting weird, way too weird for my liking, bro. But we're gonna move on from that. I want to touch more on that Erika Kirk stuff. We'll get more into it next week and get more into the politics side of things. We'll shorten our time when it comes to culture and entertainment news. And we'll finish off with sports. Dak Prescott.
We still got question and answers after sports.
Oh, do we have question and answers?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
Okay.
Wow, you guys are gonna get a long episode today.
It's not that long.
No, it's not that long, but like it's gonna be like an hour.
No, we started like 4:10.
So it's gonna be about an hour because we're gonna do the Q&As. That's gonna last about 10, 15 minutes.
And I'm gonna leave this
No worries. It's not gonna be quick. We'll give it to them as it comes. You did good today,
And
though.
I also told them that this time we're going to be nice and we're not going to be blunt as we normally would.
Oh, you said that to them?
Yeah, because, at first,
Did you tell them that I was part of that contract?
we're a package deal, right? At first they were sending the messages and they're probably thinking, oh, Nana's at drink. I had to make sure.
Why you say, oh, Nana's at
Why
Nana?
You know how he gets.
Why Nana?
It's you. So I told him, we're going to be compassionate, some big bro, big sis vibes. Okay, sports. And then question.
Yo, so Dak Prescott, him and the shorty were supposed to be getting married in April of this year. He presented her with a prenup. She decided that she doesn't want to sign the prenup.
So she's done?
So they called the wedding off. And if you call the wedding off, obviously
So
you're done.
dumb.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, how do you feel about the whole... Okay, so here's the thing. So forget yourself as being who you are. Because to be honest, Karen, by the time you get married, I would expect you to be worth no less than $3-4 million. I'd like to believe that you're worth something along those lines.
Me too.
By the time you get married. So you're not really going to have, unless you somehow bump into some super mega rich guy or something
please,
like that.
God.
But you're not really going to have that problem of the prenup. Your husband's not gonna. I don't suspect your husband bringing that kind of talk to you. But sorry, I feel like I took a moment away from you. I don't want us to waste too much time.
Not that much of a moment. Go ahead.
If you weren't what you were, just be normal Just be hypothetically normal for a second and go back to 4 years ago and just think you in that state and condition. If your rich husband was to come with a prenup, would you sign it? Would you have a problem? Would it be an issue? Talk to me.
I mean, first of all, if you're marrying a man based off of what he has, you're already marrying him for the wrong reasons. Now, being worried about a prenup is kind of dumb to me because
girls marry men for what they have all the time. Would you sign it or no?
I'll sign it because I'm thinking in my brain, I'm playing the longer game. Just stay with the nigga. What can't you get if you're actually with the nigga? Why are you planning to not be with the nigga?
And there's so many ways around it. You can, if you're worried about him cheating or him doing you wrong and leaving with everything, you can sign an infidelity clause.
And when you have kids, regardless of prenup, nothing, that nigga,
if you
pop 10 youths,
bro. If you married a responsible man that literally built a family with you and God forbid things didn't work out, I don't suspect that man is just gonna miraculously walk away from his children and stop taking care of you. So when I see women in those type of profiled relationships and they walk away from a marriage because they had to sign a prenup, it really, really, really is telling and revealing of what her intentions were.
You're being weird. It doesn't matter which way it's going. It's when you're signing something like that, you're just being weird.
It's not an insult for a man to say to you that he wants to protect what he built before you. Mm-hmm. Bro, this guy was worth. Here's the thing: if I'm worth stupid dinky $1-2 million. And you want to sign a prenup, you're being extra. Your bag's not that large. It's not that mod. You're worth $250-300 million and you want to sign a prenup. It's just, I fucking understand, bro.
You're being weird.
And as the girl, you're being really fucking weird.
You're being too fucking weird. And I would love to express how, more about it. But, let's just move on to the question.
Q&A.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was trying to introduce this new segment. I kind of told you about it. We're gonna ask
We
OTM.
should do this every single week, even if it's not Q&As. We should read our favorite comments, top 2 or 3, and do that every single week at the end of the pod.
I was thinking to call it Ask OTM. What do you think?
Whatever you want, Karen.
Okay. The first question is, I love my girlfriend and I generally want to build with her, but it's hard because I'm not physically attracted to her. Most days or whatever, but some days it's really hard and I feel like I'm settling.
Wow.
I know. I got some good questions. I couldn't answer.
I love my girlfriend. I genuinely want to build with her, but I'm not physically attracted to her. Most days feel like I'm settling.
Guys, when he closes his eyes, it means he's going to Jesus.
Stop.
He's going to be nice this time, I swear.
No, I'm thinking, because anyways, I'm thinking. I don't want to talk about why I'm closing my eyes, but I'm thinking, okay, he loves this girl. So what's this individual asking? What should they do?
I think he feels stuck. I feel basically based off of my intuition, I got a bare questions, but I had to pick 3. We got some good ones, and we're gonna use them for next week,
Yes.
right? But I think with my intuition, I think he kind of just feels stuck. Like, I want to do the right thing, but it's like, I don't feel like that motivated to, and like.
Here's the thing. This is what I'll say. As a man, look at yourself, look at your life. I will tell you, your resources, your fortune, your leadership skills are what allow you to afford yourself the ability to pick a specific type of thing you're looking for. If you don't have that ability and you have a woman in your life, there's 2 questions you gotta ask.
That's a good woman.
Huh?
That's a good woman too, right?
I don't know if we don't know if she's a good woman or not, but I guess by the way he sounds like she's a good woman.
Yeah.
If you have a good woman in your life, you have to ask yourself, no, because there's different types of good women. So let me land. You have a good woman that can actually support you. You have a good woman that actually inspires you, pushes you, moves you. And then you have a good woman that just has a soft voice and she's very domesticated and she's very feminine and docile. Daddy.
You like that, eh?
A little bit of all of it.
You like, which one do you like the most?
I don't have a most. I swear to God, on our friendship, fam.
Zero.
I swear to God.
I think girls, when they think about you,
I know they think I want the. No, I don't want a dummy. Like, I don't want a dummy, but at the same time, I don't want someone that's gonna try to wrestle me either.
Yeah, balance.
So I will say to the guys, see what value and contribution she's bringing to your life and then make an informative decision from there. Do not be with a woman solely based off her looks. That shit is dead. It's dead. Now I'm gonna contradict myself and say to you that if you're not attracted to the woman at all, you're playing a lion's game. So are you built for that or not? Are you the type of person that knows how to keep his eyes on the prize? And you see a lion does not care what the hell is in its way. Or even let's look at a honey badger. A honey badger does not give a fuck what the hell is in its way. When he wants that fucking hive and he's gonna bite into that hive and eat the honey, you can't do shit. Bro, snake venom poison makes it feel drunk and it comes back. That's how determined a honey badger is. If you don't have a honey badger's focus when it comes to dating a woman you're not attracted to, but she's purely just beneficial, it's not going to work. But if you understand the idea of purpose, legacy building, and intention, and you want to date a woman that isn't necessarily someone you're attracted to, but you just stumbled in love, you fell in love, you because it happens all the time where you fall in love with somebody you weren't actually trying to fall in love with. It just forced itself on you, and now you're stuck.
I feel like you like answered that perfectly. There's nothing like you said that I would just say it in different words, but like you just have to understand yourself and
know yourself
and categorize yourself quick. Like, don't lie to yourself. Like, if you can't do it, like, get the fuck out, because you're just gonna
hurt the woman and resent her.
Yeah, so that's just it. Like, who are you? Like, what type of man are you? And just be honest. Like, there's no right or wrong answer, but just handle the situation with respect, like whatever you choose.
Me,
you know?
Nana, I can't. I like pretty girls. I'm sorry.
Okay. The next question is, so you imagine this guy.
You know I'm dead. That's what I call myself, Nana.
Yeah. One time I called this guy Nana and Ghana. The man almost ripped my. I never did it again. Now I want to introduce you. I'm like,
give the whole context. Were you not introducing me to a shotty or something like that?
Okay, we were in Ghana, and I was like, okay, this is not.
Like, how you introducing me to a bad bitch and you're saying Nana? Like, don't fucking piss me off, like, bro. Fuck out of here.
I'd be like, Valentine? I don't even call him Nana. This doesn't even sound normal. I'm like, oh, this is Valentine.
You're trying to introduce me to no bad bitch and do no Nana thing, like, come on.
All right, the next question. This is not good grammar, but I'm gonna make it make sense.
Okay, what's that?
So imagine this guy that I'm currently with was fucking with another person and brought us both to the same place, and I was blindsided until I was given a hint. Yes, I'm currently still with him, but I would like to leave. Why am I not leaving though? Because
he feels a void. He feels a void inside of you that you seem to not know how to fill inside of yourself. What she says, she's fucking with the guy and he's fucking with someone else.
I think when you say fucking with, that means that's not your boyfriend.
Okay, so they're just having casual sex.
And I've been in a situation like this where me and my friends will go out and then her man's brings very young.
But it sounds like they're just having casual sex.
Yeah.
So she's having casual sex with a guy but that guy's also having casual sex with another woman, and he brought that woman. The guy brought the next woman out to a restaurant or out to a spot that he's also brought her to.
No. Oh, I don't know if that's what they mean or if they meant they brought them out at the same time. Because I've seen that before, like where one of my friends is talking to a nigga.
Oh, yeah, I understand. So he brought them out at the same time, and then what happened after that? How did that make them feel?
And I was blindsided until I was given a hint. Like, I guess she didn't know what's going on.
Okay, and then what happened?
Maybe she got the play.
And then so she said, I don't know why I'm still with him.
Like, yeah.
You know why you're still with him. Do you want me to be honest, or are we doing this whole contract thing that you signed up with the people?
Big bro today, big bro. Big bro.
He just he just seems to make you feel good in a way that you don't know how to make yourself feel. He justifies you and he validates you in a way that you're missing out on validating yourself. Like, it's a clear indication to this individual to never take you seriously, because the same way I compared women somewhat being like children, and in the way they'll push buttons and test their limits, men also have a way of doing that in our own masculine type of way as well too. Now, I'm not trying to be no Captain Save-A-Ho and telling you to go find the best nigga that you could possibly find, because we're for the most part, we're all not shit for real. But if a nigga doesn't have enough respect for you to keep you away from his bullshit, or to put a wall between you and the bullshit, then you're like below, like you're like under the ground in terms of how he feels about what he thinks he needs to do with you. And I swear to God, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but like, I'm just being real. Like, it, like, bro, we all do fucked up shit, but at least have the respect to to put up a wall. Like,
yeah, like,
honest, like,
to be honest, I feel like now moving forward, when we answer these questions, when I feel like it's coming from a man, I'll take it, and when it's coming from a girl, you take it, because at the end of the day, it's like, this is nothing like your homegirls didn't tell you. Like, I have girlfriends, and I've been in this exact same situation. I'm just like, yo, fam, like, the man don't care about how you feel. Like, he just don't give a fuck. Like, if he's bringing bitches that he's talking to around you in front of your face, trying to act like it doesn't exist or it's cool, like, or he's just mingling around, he don't rate you. But this next question, right, is very similar to the last question, very same undertone, but I'm sure you'll find a way to kind of answer it in a different way. The question is, I'm currently in a relationship with my Ghanaian boyfriend. It's been 13 years.
Oh, come on.
We clearly can't leave each other alone, even though he continues to cheat in the worst ways possible. Why is it so hard for me to leave? Because I'm past the stage of we've been together for so long. These are real questions, by the way. We didn't make this shit up.
Show the screen. Scroll. So they can see that you're not bullshitting.
This is the 3 questions I chose for today. Yeah.
You
want me to read it again, or you got it?
No, I think I got it. They've been together for 13 years. He cheats like crazy. Why can't she leave? I think a lot of women don't realize how much content they find in the idea of being chosen. A lot of women don't really take into account how bad they want to be chosen, and because of that, also paired along with like trauma responses.
I was thinking that. So this is the psychologist major, Mr. or doctor.
Hey, I'm not no fucking doctor. I don't have my master's or PhD, sorry. But it's trauma responses. It's insecurity. It's a desire to be chosen, and women fall into a lot of precarious situations where they become victims, and it like the writing is on the wall. It's right in front of your face. You're saying all the hit piece moments, like 13 years, dating, cheating, and hey, I am not saying that if a nigga cheat, I'm not gonna ever be this nigga that tries to wear the cape. Like, I know I ain't shit. I ain't perfect. I'm just a trying nigga for real. Like, honest to God. So I'm never gonna be here trying to judge nobody. But if somebody's not making an intention to be the best version of themselves, at least in front of your face, 13 years, dating, non-committed, you don't need anybody to tell you what the answer is. But the truth is that the responsibility lies at the front of your feet. You don't have the balls to walk away because he validates you. And until you remove that cavity of craving that validation from this individual you chose 13 years ago, you don't stand a chance. And this has nothing to do with being in a successful relationship or not, because if that's what you're looking for, I'm not the person to answer that question for you. This has everything to do with emotional intelligence and logic and understanding when somebody is putting you on the pedestal of your worth.
Yeah.
That's all.
And I'm just going to add on to it, even though I feel like his advice is perfect. This is coming from a man, by the way, right? But I'm not here to advocate for being single. I see the benefits of having a good man in your corner. But at the end of the day, you also have to, and men will always fall short. They do. But like, you also have to look at the situation, right? And see that this is a man that clearly understands that you are not going anywhere. And at some point that becomes like disrespectful. And you mentioned he's Ghanaian. Look, Ghanaians are cultured, right? Like most of us come from like married parents, or even if they aren't currently married, like they were married initially. So like if this isn't someone that said, hey, like, will you be my wife? Like this is clearly someone that doesn't feel like a deep connection to you where he feels like he needs to commit to you. So it's like, you got to ask yourself, like, what are you even doing this for? And like, even if you do get what you're looking for, like his actions is a clear indicator of like what you should expect. Like when you're marrying a man or you're going to try to be with a man, you should expect him to be the same man that he is in the current moment. It's not because, oh, he gives you a baby, he gives you a ring, he's gonna change. So like if that man stayed the same, would you be happy? And if you are not happy with who he is right now, then you have to find the balls to leave that situation, because you're either gonna be miserable with him or miserable without him for a short period of time. But it's like no man is worth being miserable for. Like men will fall short, but then there becomes a time where it's like a man doesn't respect you. Like he's just disrespectful. And this is clearly a man that doesn't respect you. And I know how it feels to like be with someone. I don't know what it feels like to be with someone for 13 years, but that's obviously a part of your life. That's obviously a part of who you are. Even when it's just with friends, it's hard to lose friends. It's hard to lose a job. It's hard to lose something that's consistent, but just got to ask yourself, like, what's going to bring you the most fulfillment in life? And it doesn't seem to be like that's the guy that's going to do that for you.
And in this case, as a woman, sorry, Karen, I hope I didn't cut you off.
No, you didn't. I was done.
In this case, as a woman, this is why I come back to emotional intelligence. You need the emotional intelligence to discern the difference between masculine stupidity and making a one-off mistake versus I don't respect you.
Yeah, there's
this
a difference.
This is why I keep talking about emotional intelligence and how important it is.
There's a difference between a man that's falling short and a man that just doesn't care, because men I think girls really...
Let's save it for another day. We're going to go into a tangent. We're really running out of time.
Okay, you know what? You're right. But guys are not stupid. They know what they're doing. And they know they can do whatever they want. So once the man backs that he can do whatever they want, don't let them. I'll let you wrap it up.
Nah, I mean, there's not really much to it.
Like, do the thank you, like, subscribe, and OTM.
You just did it. Finish it. Say it. Say it.
All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We love you. We appreciate you. And we can't wait to see you guys again next week. Bye.